No sign of pissing around. Let's get going here. Week 10, you're listening to the Line Sports Talk podcast. I'm TL. I'm joined by Pepper Jack, the Big Cheese, and Joe Peeps, straight back from the Bellagio in Las Vegas. It's a new Thurgood Marshall today, Joseph, isn't it, man? You got your stuff all ready to go. You're beyond the distractions of casino fun, and we're ready to get our picks moving, man. Say hi, boys.
I'm going to wear that. I'm wearing that Joe Madden shirt right now that he started the slogan with the Cubs. It's called "Try Not to Suck," and that's what I'm going to do for you guys today. So stay tuned.
Do the best you can. Pepper Jack, you're there. What's up, man?
Yeah, I'm here, man. I got some good hot ones, I think, for you this week, Tom. I know we've been doing pretty daggone good on this show, so let's continue.
Yeah, I like that. We actually, surprisingly enough, I got faith. We've been pretty good. So let's just take after it.
I got to say though, my venue this week that I'm doing this show from is not nearly as cool.
No.
not even on the same stratosphere. I'm sitting here looking at my sister's stupid ass dog instead of beautiful cocktail waitresses. But back to reality.
Yeah, back to reality is right, man. And back to the first game of the week. I know the Thursday night dud once again was an absolute shitstorm. Was it Cleveland at Baltimore? How do you even buy a ticket for that game?
They had to have been some free giveaway just to try to get somebody in that stadium. I mean, it's really gotten bad for the Browns.
Yeah,
I think they just it's one of those things. Let's just pack it. Let's just try. I mean, the Browns got to try to get one though. They can't afford to go in 16.
No, they're going to get one, but I'm going to clip my under 5.5 play from the preseason.
I mean, I hear that. I always said I don't believe the Browns are going 0-16, but I gotta admit, if I'm Brown, Hugh Jackson, I'm starting to sweat a little bit. I'm like, okay, I don't know. We're looking at my schedule. Where's that win going to come from?
Yeah, it's going to be a tough one, man. But let's talk about another two teams that I think absolutely suck in the AFC South. Houston at Jacksonville. It's not warm down here anymore. I don't know that it would affect the Texans that much anyway. But we're in the mid to high 60s. The weather's actually really pleasant in the Sunshine State. Jacksonville is a 2-point favorite. Over-under in that game is at 42. Jack, get us started.
I have no idea how Jacksonville can be favored over anyone, let alone Houston. I know. Plus, I believe Houston's coming off their bye week. Pepper Jack thinks Houston's going to do a lot of Lamar Miller in this game. I think Will Fuller's a little banged up and has only had about 40 yards receiving since week 4, if you can believe that, after that hot start. Jacksonville, boy, Chris Ivory, he became a player last week. I think with the new offensive coordinator in Jacksonville, they're going to go a little bit towards the running game there. Computer I'm looking at has this game, believe it or not, Jacksonville winning by 9 points. That's a computer-generated predicted score. I don't buy it. Pepper Jack thinks that 2 points, whether it could be 2, it could be +2 for Jacksonville. They're not going to win the game. America sees 64% floating with Houston. I'm going Houston 23, Jacksonville 17.
Boy, I like that. You know what? I'm not far behind you. I'm actually so close that I have Houston winning that game 21-16. I agree. Everything you just said. We won't spend too much time on that one. But Jacksonville, new offensive coordinator, likelihood that they will try to go to the ground game and take some shit off of Blake Bortles' back, lighten the load a bit. I don't think it matters. I think that those receivers are bad matchups this week. Allen Hurns is really banged up. I don't even know if he's going to play. Allen Robinson just hasn't been very good. I'm taking Houston 21-16. Joe Pete.
I got some great expertise advice that everybody should listen to about this game. You ready for it? It's called Don't Watch It. It's a terrible football game.
Yeah.
I'm under the impression I'm under the impression that the home team getting points, especially in a division game, is usually the play. Especially when neither one of these teams are anything special, especially not the Jaguars. But on a hunch, like I said, I like to take the home team getting the points at home. I'm going to go against the grain. I'm going to say some way, somehow, the Jacksonville Jaguars win this game 20-17.
Yeah, I think that's a real good angle. It's a good reason to play that side of it, Joe. It is. It's a division game at home. It's a good reason to take those points. Everybody loves a home dog. It's a good pick. Well done.
For the record, Houston's 4-1 against the spread in its last 5 games after a bye week, but we'll see what happens.
Another piece of good information.
Yes, it is. Mm-hmm. Don't you love the numbers?
I do, and so does Pepper Jack. Pepper Jack, tell me what you think about this one, man. Kansas City Chiefs coming east playing the Carolina Panthers. It's a 1 o'clock game. Carolina is a 3-point favorite. The over-under here is at 44, which to me seems a bit steep for these two teams. But tell me what you think.
Carolina's won 2 in a row, I believe. They're at home. They're pretty decent at home.
Yeah.
Obviously, they're
2-2 at home on the season.
2-2, but I think they might have turned the corner after that bye week. I think they're 2-0 since the bye week. Kansas City does have to travel. This is going to be a close game. I think the over/under I have is at 44. I think this game goes under, though. I'm thinking it's going to hit right on that number, 23-20 Carolina. I don't see a whole lot of fantastic individual performances in this game. I think Newton's going to be shadowed by the Kansas City defense. So I'm going 23-20 Kansas City. Or
Kansas City.
Carolina, I'm sorry.
Okay, question is Nick Foles the starting quarterback of the Chiefs, or is Alex Smith back?
Alex Smith is back.
Alex Smith is back, so that will make a difference. I think Carolina, they may have figured something out. And Kansas City is not. They're different. When they travel, they can be a little dicey. They're not the same team away from the friendly confines and the shakiness of Arrowhead Stadium. I like Carolina. For the fact that they are at home. I think they did turn a corner. I think they're starting to get it a little, calm down and play a little better football. I'm gonna go Carolina 27-17. I like it to be right around 44, right around the over/under.
Okay, that's another good play there, kid. I like you when you are prepared. I do agree with both of you. I think Carolina has turned a corner. They've settled in, and I think that there's no coincidence that this has happened with the return of Jonathan Stewart. Somebody I'm a fan of. Kansas City Chiefs haven't played well on the road. They're 2-2, but this is not a team that scores a lot of points. Defensively, they seem to be pretty healthy once again. I like Carolina. I don't know that this game is a lot of points either, like you had mentioned there, Pepper Jack. I got Carolina 23-18, staying well under the under, or 3 points under.
That's good. One fact I just wanted to throw in there, too, is that the Panthers are 7-2 against the spread their last 9 games as home favorites, while Kansas City is 1-6 against the spread in its last 7 games as a road underdog. We'll see.
Yeah, they are questionable on the road against the spread. Nice play, Pepper Jack, bringing statistics, making everybody's brains bigger. I like it. Let's move on to what I think could be a little surprising tomorrow. Denver at New Orleans. New Orleans is a 3-point favorite against the Super Bowl champs. Over-under here is pretty steep, too, at 49 points. Joey Peeps, where are you at with this game?
I'm all over. I like the Saints in this game. I like this actually to be a high-scoring game. What's the over-under on that one?
49.
49. Interesting.
Yeah. Points.
Well,
49 points.
I have this being. I think Denver's defense has looked very mortal lately, and your Oakland Raiders exposed that last week by really taking it to that vaunted Denver defense. I've seen some vulnerability there, and I always am a fan of Drew Brees in the dome.
Sure.
I know the Saints defense isn't very good, but that offense is playing, and I know they torched a terrible, and I'll repeat one more time, terrible San Francisco 49ers team last week, which I thought was a freebie that I did not play in the desert. But I'm going to say this is going to be one of the better games of the afternoon. I like the shootout. I like it 35-28 New Orleans Saints.
Wow,
in the dome.
Point going on there. Joey's taking 35-28 New Orleans Saints. Pepper Jack, what do you see it at?
Well, I agree with Joey. I think the Broncos' defense has been exposed. I know they got an awful lot of injuries. We all know that Drew Brees is absolutely fabulous at home. Apparently, He's thrown for 300 or more yards in 9 of his last 12 games, and he's also thrown for 3 or more TDs in 8 of his last 9 games at home. Can he pass on the Denver defense? I don't know if Talib is back. I do know that the Broncos got beat up on Sunday night. A few of their defensive standouts came out of that game. Computer's got it 9 points by New Orleans over Denver. I can't buy it, though. I mean, I think New Orleans has played well. I can see Drew Brees having some success. I think that New Orleans might have a two-headed monster now with Mark Ingram and Tim Hightower. Simeon doesn't seem like he can control the line of scrimmage or the time of the game. I'm going Denver, though, because I'm stupid. I'm going against the I'm giving you all the facts. I'm like Joey today. I'm telling you all the reasons why Denver should win, but I think why New Orleans should win, but I think Denver's going to pull it out because I think it's a must game for them. And they're falling behind if they lose another game, and either the Raiders and Chiefs win, or Raiders are on a bye this week. But I'm going Denver, but I'm not going over either. I'm going like 20 to 16 Denver.
Wow.
Way under the
20 to 16 away under. Oof, that's a
wow.
In the dome even. In the Saints.
Jack, you and I are smoking the same leaves this weekend. I'm on the other side of that game, though. I do think that Denver is up against the wall right now. If they don't win, they could quickly watch this division slip away. Making a wild card spot, finishing third in the division is never easy to do. Trevor Siemian has struggled. This is a team that's relied on defense the last 2 seasons. Defense is starting to look a little suspect, like Joe mentioned. I have New Orleans winning this game 20 to 16. I don't see a lot of points here. Drew Brees is going to be tough to contain, but not impossible. He's going to get his due. I like Tim Hightower and Mark Ingram to continue to do what the Raiders try to do, but keep this in mind. That Saints offensive line is not as good as the Oakland Raiders, but I do think that the Saints might be the best 4-4 team in the NFL. They could slowly inch up and compete in this division. If they do, at the end of this season, we're going to talk about Drew Brees as an MVP candidate. I think that's a real vision. But I'm going to take the Saints 20-16, staying on the under. This might be a really nice unders play. I think with what's turning out to be some ineptitude, not totally on Trevor Siemian, but more on just the combination. They're dropping passes. That game Sunday night against the Raiders might have been an emotional letdown for Denver. I like the unders here all day long. So is my hot pick for this?
Don't take too much away from the Raiders. That could be the game saying that, hey, the silver and black is back. The Raiders are relevant once again.
I do believe they are, but the reason why I criticize that is there was a lot of drop passes. I think Siemian started the game like 0 for 7. And there was a couple of drops in there that just didn't look good, and those kind of things tend to happen to professional athletes on the big stage. Those are plays that some of those guys should have made and didn't. But
can Trevor Siemian win you the division, take you to the playoffs? I think he can. But can he win you a Super Bowl or a championship?
No, I don't think this year he can win that division. I think last year he could still win that division. This year, no. No.
Well, I think the Raiders have a strong play at this right now. So.
No, they do. I'm going to enjoy a week off.
Don't be surprised if the Broncos don't get a defensive touchdown in this game to win it.
No, I won't be. That's a possibility if Mark Ingram.
I just have a hard. I don't have a problem with anybody taking Denver to win this game. It could very easily happen. I'm having a hard time seeing the under in the dome like it has been. The Denver defense not playing like it is, and the New Orleans Saints never having a defense. I just have a hard time with the under. But
I know.
Maybe so.
This is a comedy here, a comedy of errors, I think. New Orleans has a great offense. Denver has a great defense. Denver's offense, I think, is really suspect, and New Orleans' defense is terrible. So I just, for whatever reason, I don't see a lot of points here. But we got to move forward. I did have New Orleans last week as the lead pipe lock pick of the week, laying 3.5. So hopefully some folks out there enjoyed it. I actually did see where a few of our listeners did, and I got a quick thank you for it. So keep listening. Maybe we'll hit you another one. It won't be in this game here, though. The New York Jets at home hosting the Los Angeles Rams. Over-under in this game is 40 points. The Jets are a 1-point favorite at home. I'm going to get this one over with here quick. I think Aaron Donald is probably the best defensive lineman in the NFL, if not the best defensive lineman I've seen in a long, long time. He is.
I don't think that's very fair to J.J. Watt, being he's hampered by injuries.
I'll get there, but, that's cool. He is the best defensive lineman I've seen since J.J. Watt. I watched him last week blow Mike Reimers up against the Carolina Panthers. He moved him around like he was on roller skates. And I watched Aaron Donald tackle Cam Newton with